I just wasted $250 on Google's Veo 3 so you don't have to. 26 videos, one barely usable result. Look, when Google announced Veo 3, I was ready to fire my video editor. Look at these demos, they're incredible.
And she commands your awe.
Here's what I actually got. Four days and $250 later, I discovered exactly why everyone's hiding their Veo 3 failures. But let's start with what Google wants you to believe. These demos are everywhere. Perfect lip sync, cinema quality shots, the kind of content that makes you reach for your credit card. And scroll through social media, you'll see success stories, amazing Veo 3 results that look almost as good as the demos. The hype is real, and honestly, it's convincing. But here's what they're not showing you. 66 tests, mostly failures. Why am I paying for broken videos? Show us your failures, not just wins. See the pattern? For every success story, there are dozens of people quietly failing and eating the cost. After testing myself, I found out exactly why this gap exists, and it's worse than you think. Test 1. Aging transformation. Should be straightforward, right? In the first attempt, I got one silent, choppy video. In the second attempt, still a silent video, and what did I get? A young boy. Somehow Veo 3 decided to change the gender and reverse the aging. Third time's the charm, right? Well, I finally got audio and the transformation kind of worked.
I remember when I was old.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either. Think about that. 3 attempts, burning through credits, just to get something I'd probably never use. Next up, I tried something that should be simple. 2 astronauts having a conversation. Watch what happened.
Control, we're at the event horizon beginning final approach sequence now.
Roger that. All systems nominal.
If you look closely, the voices are playing, but nobody's actually talking. They're just standing there. It's like watching a badly dubbed movie where they forgot to do the dubbing part. At this point, I was thinking, maybe I'm doing it wrong. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I went straight to Veo 3 homepage and copied their exact prompts word for word. First, their famous sailor scene, which was a total failure. But here's what really stings. I tried the same prompt on Hedra, a tool that costs literally $10 a month, and this is what I got.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might. And she commands your awe with every breaking light.
$10 versus $250, not bad. I made a whole video about how to use Hedra with detailed prompts. Links on screen if you're curious. But okay, maybe Veo 3 just struggles with people having dialogues. So I tried their Ireland Cliff prompt, which specifically has no dialogue. Watch what happened.
Did you see that? See what?
Wait, what? I asked for a silent scene, and Veo 3 added random dialogue anyway. Where did this even come from? Same prompt. Opposite results. This isn't user error. This is false advertising. After 26 attempts and burning through most of my credits, I finally cracked the code. Want to know what actually works? Onions hitting a pan. That's it. No people, no story, no creativity. Just onions and heat. This is what $250 gets you. Here's what Veo 3 can actually do. Simple objects, static shots. That cooking scene I showed you, that's literally the ceiling. But here's what it absolutely cannot handle. And this is after testing every possible scenario. Dialogue, 100% failure rate. Every single time. Multiple people? Forget it. Complex scenes, broken physics that would make Newton cry. And anything from their demos. Look, I get it. This is new technology. But Google is charging real money for a tool that can't deliver on its basic promises. Let's talk about what this experiment really cost me, because it's not just the money, but also hours of work plus post-production to fix everything, which is more expensive than hiring a real video editor. Think about that. For the same money, I could have hired a freelancer for a half day, bought 50 premium stock clips that actually work, or here's a wild idea. Use your phone's camera to get actual usable content. But here's the real kicker. Even if Veo 3 was free, it would still cost too much. Why? Because every hour you spend trying to make it work is an hour you're not creating actual content. The ROI isn't just negative, it's a black hole that sucks in your time, money, and sanity. So what should you actually do? Here's my honest advice after this expensive disaster. First, don't touch Veo 3. Just don't. I know the demos are tempting. I know you think you'll get better results. You won't. Save yourself the heartbreak and the credit card bill. But look, I'm realistic. Some of you are still going to try it, so if you absolutely can't resist, here's how to minimize the damage. Only use it for simple B-roll, and I mean simple. Objects, not people. No dialogue, no story. Think stock footage of coffee being poured levels of basic. My real recommendation? Wait or look out for more mature services. Let other people beta test with their money. The tech will improve, prices will drop, and maybe, just maybe, it'll actually work by then. Because right now, looks Google rushed an unfinished product to market to compete with OpenAI. I wanted Veo 3 to work. I really did. When I started this test, I was genuinely excited about the possibilities. But here's the truth. We're not there yet. Not even close. So before you hand over your credit card to Google, remember that cooking video I got? You could shoot better footage with your phone in 30 seconds. If this video saved you from making the same mistake, do me a favor, hit subscribe. And if you want to go deeper, I'm documenting every single AI tool test on Patreon. Full prompts, results, even the failures, too embarrassing for YouTube. Links below if you want the inside track. And hey, if you've somehow gotten amazing results from Veo 3, please share them in the comments. Seriously, I'd love to be wrong about this. What AI tool should I sacrifice my wallet to next? Drop your suggestions below. Until then, keep your money, keep your sanity, and maybe keep using human video editors. Thanks for watching.